So basically in physics, we have two quantities that we often discuss. The first one is force, and the second one is energy. So the force is basically a push or pull on an object by another object, and force is a vector, meaning that this quantity has two important information, which is the magnitude and also direction. So again, the force is a vector. So we'll need to learn first about vector actually before we learn about the force. Now, in general, there are two types of the force: contact force, and secondly, non-contact force. So the example of contact force is like, for example, when you are standing on the ground like this, then the ground will give you a contact force which is perpendicular to the surface of the ground, and it's called normal. Or if you have an object hanging on the string like this, basically this object is pulled by the string with a force called tension, right? So these are the example of the contact force. Now, secondly, non-contact force, right? So if you look at your situation, for example, you are standing on the ground, then you are also pulled by the earth, by the mass of the earth, and this force is called weight, and the direction of this weight is going downward vertically. So weight is the example of non-contact force. When we learn further topics in physics, we will see different kind of non-contact force later. Okay, so now let me continue with what's called free body diagram. So free body diagram is just a picture of an object with its forces. So for example, if you have a block resting on a table, then if we want to draw the free body diagram of this block, it has first the weight, which is going downward vertically, and then it has normal from the surface of the table, and this normal has to be perpendicular with the surface. So another example, if we have an object hanging on the string like this, then the free body diagram will be, it has tension, and secondly it has weight. Right? Now let's think about this situation. Let's suppose we have an object resting on the ram or wedge like this. So how its free body diagram looks like? So first it has weight, which is going downward vertically, and then it has normal. So this normal now is going like this, perpendicular to the surface of the ram or the wedge. And lastly, from the surface it also gives the friction. So there are three forces here: the weight, normal, and also the friction. So again, this is very important, the free body diagram, and you need to practice on this before we learn further about force.